video, family, some coconut oil. Family, I want to talk about something that I mentioned in an online forum a few years ago, much to the chagrin of a few friends of mine who it happened to resonate with and represent. Okay, but I said in an online forum that culture with respect to the Bahamas was actually derived from the people who lived the colloquial rural life. These are the people who are now arbitrarily called um, the lower income people, the people who are lower to middle income residents of the country. Okay? And I said to them that people in the upper class tend to use dialect, they tend to exploit the colloquial forms of culture when it suits them, but they themselves don't actually originate any culture, right? And so when I said this, I happened to notice when a few of them seemed like they were offended, but I was just making a point of fact that um, many of the more traditional cultural forms are derived from people who were living in a more rural, small town existence. Okay? And so, family, that led me to further study, and I eventually encountered the lumpen proletariat. Okay? And it seems like brothers like Franz Fanon and other revolutionaries had mentioned the lumpen proletariat as the eventual inheritors of power in society. The lumpen proletariat is the cruel majority. The lumpen proletariat is this autonomous entity that does not conform to the social structures. They live a hard existence. They are usually called the rejected of the earth or the scorned of the earth. But it is here that brothers like Franz Fanon and Walter Rodney had forecast that the power will eventually rest. It is here where the power will eventually rest with the people who have been, the people upon whose backs society has been built, the people whose labor turn the wheel, the people who originate language, the new language and new culture, the innovators of culture. These are the lumpen proletariat. And although they might be the rejected of the earth or the scorned of the earth, they are people without whom our society would be difficult to maintain. And some of them are you, some of them are me. People just like us who not necessarily fit the full scope of the lumpen proletariat. We may represent it in various ways. We might be those who are concerned with counterculture. We might be people who are concerned with countering the system of oppression. And so the new intelligentsia, those who are writing our story, recording our story, okay? And so basically, family, it led me to a discussion that is taking place in the Bahamas right now, where the minister associated with culture, Lanisha Rolle, actually referred to the junkanoo artisans and musicians as being dope smokers and drunkards, right? And so it reminded me of these comments that I made a few years ago because really and truly I had told the people in this forum all along that although the lumpen proletariat, the lower income, the marginalized people create culture and maintain culture, and in particular they maintain the junkanoo culture, right? After the parade has subsided, people once again resume their roles as the marginalized, as the oppressed. Okay? As soon as they leave the parade, the police deem them as undesirables because they don't fit the status quo model of well adjusted citizen. But I am here to tell you that we need to harness the energy of the Lumpenproletariat. If possible, provide guidance for those who might need guidance so that we can use the majority for a positive aim. All right, family. But made that message to whoever it concerns, those who might have followed what I was referring to. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. One love.